Tonight in the lab, we're talking about hydration and how it's much more than just drinking water. So if you're new here, welcome. Every Tuesday we have In the Lab with LifeWise, and I alternate it with Dr. Tracy Gibbs. He is the genius and the brains behind our amazing products that we are seeing great health and results every single day. So I'm super excited because I get to pour into you guys on this Tuesday. So if you don't know me, my name is Dr. Becca. I am a naturopath and I love all things holistic and natural and healing the body with whole food, nutrient dense, and getting to the root cause. And that's why I absolutely love the LifeWise products. And tonight we're covering hydration, and it's much more than just drinking water. So if you think back to our parents, our grandparents, or even our ancestors, they did not walk around with a big jug of water and drinking water all day long, but yet they were hydrated. So why is that now that we feel like we have to drink a gallon of water every single day and we're still dehydrated? Well, the reason for that is because we're missing the nutrients in our food. We're missing the nutrients in the water that we're drinking. So if we're drinking from a, bottled water that's sitting there, that's stagnant, we don't have the middle, there's no electricity, there's no movement, there's no energy that's going into the water that ends up dehydrating us. Also, we're not getting the fruits and vegetables that have the natural hydration effects and minerals that we have. So a couple weeks ago, I talked about eliminating the toxins, and then Tracy also talked about eliminating the toxins from our environment. When I cover the 5 pillars, elimination, pillar 2 is remineralizing. So getting the nutrients. Without the proper minerals, there is no conductivity. It's like having a house that has the sources for electricity, but when you turn on the light switch, there's no light. So there's no electricity, no conductivity that's going to the light to light up the cell. And what happens when our cells are depleted of these nutrients, then we don't have the right signals. We don't have the right signals for hormones. We don't have the right signals for our brain neurons to communicate. We don't have the right signals for our mood. We don't have even the electricity and those minerals to lubricate the joints and brain function and hormone function and enzyme function and digestion function and all these functions. We need proper minerals. I talked about this a couple weeks ago, the difference between vitamin C and ascorbic acid. And ascorbic acid, although it says as vitamin C in a lot of supplements out there that are synthetic, it's the shell. It's the antioxidant only, but it's missing the cofactor of all the nutrients for it to send the signals. Same with the hydration. If we don't have the electrolytes, if we don't have the minerals, then we don't have the cofactors for it to do its job. And when we don't have the cofactors, then the body has to go searching within the body to take those cofactors and the nutrients so we can stay alive every single minute and every single hour of the day. So I was, cleaning up my counter. I have an analogy for you guys because you know how I love visuals and analogies. And I bought some onions and they've been sitting on my counter for a little while and they started to grow. So what happens when we have a nutrient, a whole food, or if we take this and we pretend that this is our cell, if our cell does not get nutrients from outside sources, it will start eating from the inside out. Just think about it. It will start to look like this. It literally shrunk. It was this big before, and this is what our cells would look like when they're dehydrated. They have no plumpness at all. The cells will start to stick together, and then we have thick big blood cells, and our blood pressure will start to go up because we don't have the nutrients. It will start to eat itself because it's not getting the right nutrients and minerals from the outside sources, and we start eating from the inside out. So that is my analogy for today for the hydration. So people don't realize how easy it is to really hydrate with proper nutrients, and we have that with the Lift. And all we need is that electricity. So now the water, when we're drinking water, we want to avoid tap water because the city does not filter a lot of the pharmaceuticals. They don't filter, they add chlorine and fluoride and things that disrupt our cells and break it down even more. So when we have oxidative stress, it pulls more minerals from our body and we become more dehydrated. It's important if we're sweating, if we're working out, if we are just breathing, sleeping, we're dehydrating, we're using water. So we need to have proper hydration. And water is a very friendly molecule. So we have H2O, H2O, and they like to cling together. So they just cling together like a cluster of grapes. When they are out in nature, like how our ancestors used to go to the creeks and streams to get water for hydrating, that water was in motion. It had electricity, it had movement, it had energy in it. And that energy, and also minerals from the stream, that energy pulled those molecules apart. And when those molecules are pulled apart, then it can get into the cell, more hydration can get into the cell. It also had proper mineral balance. So you can't just drink table salt because it's not a proper balance of minerals. You're going to be way high on sodium chloride and low in all the other minerals. And there's electrolytes out there. They're extremely salty. Yeah, you probably could use them on a really, really hot day, which would be a little bit more beneficial when you're sweating out a lot of salt. Water is very important with proper minerals to hydrate the cells. And when we are sick, or when our cells are sick, they're dried up, they're dehydrated, they don't hold the charge like as a healthy cell. So healthy cells hold the electricity, hold the charge, versus a sick cell does not hold the charge. So why is it like when we grew up, our grandmother always gave us chicken noodle soup, bone broth, because it's hydrating and it has all sorts of minerals in there to hydrate it, to give us the electrical charge to be healthier. It takes 9 cups of water in a single day just to flush out our toxins. About it, we come across toxins in our environment, in the foods. When our cells divide and are no longer needed in our body because our cells multiply, we have trillions of cells, millions are dying off every second, millions are being reproduced. Those die off, every waste product that there is on a cellular level, the body doesn't need it. So we need water, we need electrolytes, we need proper nutrients to get rid of the extra toxins. So we need just 9 cups of water to rehydrate us. When we're dehydrated, about 1% to 2%, we start experiencing brain fog and fatigue. We lose about 5% of our body water content. We're dehydrated. Our physical performance, if we're to the gym and working out, we don't feel like our muscles can contract. We don't feel we have the energy to do the workout. And you've probably experienced this maybe in the summertime, or if you haven't been properly hydrated a couple days before and you try to go to the gym and you have just a horrible workout. Dehydration plays a big role in that. Physical performance start to decrease when we are dehydrated. When our body is about 10% dehydrated, then we become sick. A sick cell cannot hold electrical charge. If we can't hold electrical charge, or if we're dehydrated and can't hold that charge, then our body becomes run down and we're more prone to sickness. And then once you get up to 20% dehydration, you probably have the heat stroke, or you're in the hospital getting IVs in to rehydrate you. When you're trying to lose weight, we need hydration for weight loss. Our brain needs to be hydrated, and our brain it's a control center for sending signals for hunger and when to stop eating. So it's important to have the right hydration for weight loss as well. So if you feel kind of plateaued, maybe you're not getting enough minerals, nutrient dense foods in your diet, or if you're holding on to more stress or inflammation, inflammation is putting the fire out. So we need water to put the fire out. So if you're holding on to more water retention, decrease the inflammation in your body. Doing that, having the right mineral balance will help. So let's talk about the lift, because this is much more than just salt water. It's much more than just an electrolytes. It has ingredients in here for your mood. It has ingredients in here for energy and also for hydration. So how Dr. Tracy formulated this is absolutely brilliant, because we are under, every single day, there's stresses in our body, and we need to hydrate, because when our body is stressed, it's using more electrolytes to combat that stress. It's using, when our body, our cells are depleted of nutrients, it's using more antioxidants. So we need adaptogenic herbs to help with that. In the lift, it has that. It has ashwagandha, which is an adaptogenic herb, which helps enhance balance the stress levels and cortisol levels. Also supports fat burning and your metabolism. It boosts muscle strength and recovery, enhances sleep and blood flow. Think about it. When we're hydrated, the blood pulls apart. They're nice and fluffy. If you ever look at under a microscope, they're nice and fluffy. They're not sticking together and clumping. That makes it thick through the blood vessels. They're pulled apart. They hold more oxygen in there. Then we have another adaptogen, which is maca root, increases the energy and stamina. So great for a pre-workout, during workout, or an energy for after workout, or the afternoon slump. Great, comes in 5 different flavors. Also, the maca root helps boost libido and hormone balance. It enhances dopamine, so it's a feel-good. It kind of keeps your mood steady throughout the day instead of the highs and lows, because it helps with the dopamine. It just kind of gives you that natural boost. You won't have a high and then a crash like a lot of the energy drinks out there. They're burning out the adrenals, that are causing heart palpitations. Now, actually, a lot of those energy drinks dehydrate you even more. Oh, green tea extract, so there's no added caffeine. So the energy is from the natural green tea that helps boost. It also is a great antioxidant for the cell health. Also another great fat burning and oxygen flow. Theobromine actually comes from cacao, natural dopamine boost for your mood. It's a vasodilator, so your veins, they dilate to bring more oxygen, more nutrients through the blood cells, so you have more energy, and it can target that mitochondria to produce more ATP. Also reduces blood pressure naturally, smooth, sustainable energy throughout the day. Also has ginseng in it. Increase oxygen and stamina. You can see how Dr. Tracy put these together, and they work synergistically together, and how it boosts the energy, it boosts the stamina, it's a great fat burning, also reduces the stress. It supports healthy blood sugar and cholesterol as well. So you won't get the blood sugar spikes using this at all. Great for diabetics, great for people that are looking to cut down the sugar but still have flavor and enjoying some flavored water as well. If you're Googling all the benefits of the ginseng, also men for performance for ED support as well. For the natural electrolyte, they have a coconut, freeze-dried coconut water. So it's natural hydration and electrolyte support, and it's the closest to your blood plasma. It's important because not only do we need to hydrate and have good nutrients intracellular, but the extracellular matrix is as important, because outside of the cell, the environment that the cell lives in is as important as inside the cell. And when the outside cell is healthy and a nutrient, it can send the signals and open up the gates to get the nutrients in and the toxins out. Also has NAC, so it's a powerful antioxidant, helps with the detox support system, support the production of glutathione, our natural glutathione. Our glutathione is, we say it's our master antioxidant, but we know we have one with our Radiance that's even more so. Improves respiratory and lung function, support blood sugar, heart health, and an anti-inflammatory. All of that in this little pouch, which is absolutely amazing. So if you're experiencing brain fog, afternoon crashes, sugar cravings, headaches, dry skin, slow digestion, guys, I know I always talk about digestion, but it's so important. We need minerals for digestion. Poor sleep, anxiety, irritability, all these, feeling hungry. We might just be dehydrated. So reach for the lift, hydrate your cells on the cellular level, and get that communication and the electrolytes and the minerals to turn on the switch so you have more energy, more nutrients for your body. So I hope you enjoyed tonight, and let me know what's your favorite flavor. I kind of am digging peach mango lately.